day, everyone. This is Patrick from EasyFX Code Trading System, and it's Saturday, the 22nd of January, 2022, and this is the weekly technical analysis for spot gold and dollar yen for the fourth week of January. Let's begin with spot gold, where it managed to find support near the daily 55 EMA, and that was on Tuesday, and rallied on Wednesday, punched through the resistance zone, which has been found resistive for quite a while until recently, and then now has broken again and settled back to retest it at the 62 FIB retracement area, right at the 1830 1830 round figure area. So if this provides support, then there could be some continuation move towards even higher level, towards the upward trend line of this longer term symmetrical triangle. The upper trend line starts from all the way back to October last 2020. But it needs to break above 1850, where the 78.6 FIB retracement is. Let's mark another round figure area. Okay, basically aligns with the 78.6. And we'll see if this zone now provides support. See if it targets the this zone here. Let's mark this as a support zone for now. And let's move this area for resistance. And that could be even higher, but see, for now it could be these peaks. So this is at 1865. Let's adjust this area here. Right, so if this support does not hold, then it could tumble back down towards the daily 55 and perhaps coming up to the 50 FIB retracement area at around 1814. So if it does break out higher above 1850, so 1855, and then 1860 will be the next round figure levels for resistance. And of course, this week is a critical week with the FOMC meeting on Wednesday. And it's likely they'll give some idea of their tapering and acceleration of the tapering, and perhaps some indication of the next meeting, which will be in March, where they could perhaps even raise interest rates for the first time in a long while. So Wednesday is a critical D-Day. And following that as well, there's a couple more days of US news. And there was no major trigger on Wednesday, and no news to trigger this rally back up. It's basically a risk off in the stock market with US dollar recovering and all the major pairs are pulling back, and a switch to safe haven with spot gold and Japanese yen as a safe haven targets. So you'll see in the dollar yen later on. Okay, let's also take a look at the US dollar index, where after the bounce previous week of the support at this swing high, and it punched through the daily 55 EMA on Tuesday and managed to stay above that 138 level for support, and has managed to climb back up above critical support area now. So we'll see if it's able to continue higher this week through the 162 and retest the recent swing highs. If it does break down, then there's still this critical support level. So if the US dollar does get a trigger from the Federal Reserve and it does break out higher, then this will be the key targets to watch out for. Okay, back to spot gold. And on the charts, if we move down to the 4-hour time frame, you can see that at the start of the week, as it was dipping lower, it did find support at the 4-hour 200 EMA. So this was right on Tuesday, I believe. Yes, on Tuesday, and this was at the start of the early US session, or the well into the just at the start of the London session, where it managed to find support, but only on Wednesday. Then it managed to break through higher Wednesday afternoon, or the start of the European session, where it did manage to finally close back above the 4-hour 55 EMA, and then rallied throughout the US session. And here's a tip on we can actually draw a Fibonacci reversal move here. From okay, right from the high of the previous week down to the intra-week low right at the 200 EMA. And you'll see that it targeted the 162 fib extension. That was by the Thursday morning. Did attempt to push up higher, but quickly pull back down to retest this breakout here. That's set right at the 100 fib here. So on the 4 hour, you can actually see the support where it bounced off, but it took till the following day before it continued higher. Okay, let's go back to the daily time frame. But now with the Thursday doji and a pullback, so this is a critical support zone here. It could very well continue lower. And the next support zone is going to be back to the 38 fib retracement at this 00 at the 1800 here. That's going to be a key support. So let's also mark another support here. Okay. And could well then be in a rising channel. If it does fall lower to test this daily 200 and daily 55 EMA area here. So all depends on next week with the Federal Reserve meeting and decisions from there, and the trigger on the US dollar index, as well as sentiment on the stock market as well. Okay. Won't be able to draw the channel perfectly yet because there's no lower swing low. There is a trend line to join the two swing highs. So we'll see if this is indeed tracking inside a rising channel for next week. Okay, let's move on to dollar yen. And as we saw, the US dollar did climb higher, but for dollar yen, after initial attempt to bounce off this hammer, it hit the resistance at the 115.00 and retreated back down to the 38 fib retracement here. That's as the market sought for safe haven currencies, and the Japanese yen is one of them. Spot gold did benefit from that. So as Japanese yen is gaining strength, so dollar yen is going to weaken. That's why this dipped lower. Let's move this to the swing move here. So it's dipping lower towards the 786 fib retracement. So that's swing lows are providing support down here, and that's just below the 786 fib retracement, and that's the next support is at 113.00. So for now, we can mark this area as resistance, as it was rejected off the 115 here. And let's find potential support. The support will still be down here at the 786. Right, so we'll see how the safe haven currencies are performing as well against the US dollar and the stock market, especially now there's concern on the geopolitical front with Russia potentially poised to invade Ukraine. So that's another reason for the move into safe haven currencies as well. And energy and oil is likely going to benefit as well. Let's also take a look on the weekly time frame, and that's a strong rejection here, but it could still dip a bit lower and consolidate. So we'll see how far it goes down. There's also another major support zone up here or below here. Okay, let's also take a quick look on the weekly of spot gold. And yes, it's still a bullish close and it's attempting to creep up higher. Okay. The support is likely a bit higher than that into this zone here. Okay, so do check out my other videos on the other major pairs and have a safe week and a good trading week, and cheers for now.